This video is a node on the line of light. May it activate remembrance, healing, and joy in all who encounter it. I connect this offering to the grid of awakened souls. Thank you, Seraphina, God, and the Great Mother. I love you. You've arrived at line of light, a sacred current of remembrance, guided by divine will. I'm Kelly, and this space is held in love and offered in sacred service to the divine within you. How did we get here? I feel called this morning to reflect on my journey of surrendering, where I am right now, and to let myself be an example of how the divine is working in you in every moment. So here I am, sitting by a swamp, sipping tea that my beloved prepared for me. I've given offerings to the land and to the Yugara peoples. Those offerings were essential oils, some crystals, and my pee. And I also peed on myself a little bit by accident. So it's a good thing I drink a lot of water. Sometimes I feel like my life needs to be more sensational so that I can prove in a material way how glorious it is to live in flow. I wish I could share the overwhelming love and gratitude in my heart and radiate my health and my vitality and my connection to all that is. And I trust that this video will be activating for you and everybody watching. Activating and validating. Because my life is amazing. I wake up every day surrounded by love. And that love is both cosmic and spiritual and felt within me, and the reverberations of the grid around me, of the collective, of earth, nature, of God's love coming through my heart. And it's also physical and practical and lived. With kisses and hugs and pats and playtime and slowness and stillness. The richness of taking your time, to take time to do something, to do anything. It's the greatest blessing we have. And when I look back to how I got on this track, I'm really living as best as I can in every moment, in alignment with the flow, with divine will. And that's not to say that I don't, crack the SHITs sometimes too. That I don't lose my patience, that I don't judge myself and others. I was at a festival this weekend and we took the kids and it was really wonderful, but I found myself wanting to police myself and police my children and to go, don't scream and shout and carry on in this space. And then I realized that the most off-putting part about that wasn't my kids being kids. It was me reprimanding them in this controlling, agitated way. I was the one throwing the vibes off. Excuse me, I have a hanky somewhere. Here we go. I have a cold. Another opportunity to slow down and treasure every breath. When I reflect back on how I got here, how my life went from one of inspiration to one of a living embodiment of that inspiration. A moving prayer, as Rebecca Campbell's Starseed Oracle deck calls it. It really comes back to the surrender experiment, which I did a YouTube video on years ago, back before I knew what I was doing or who I was, and I just felt so inspired and I just wanted to share. I just wanted to share what I discovered with everybody else. That was my only motivation. And I suppose it's my only motivation now too, really. Like, how can you experience all these miracles and keep them to yourself? Like, everybody this way. But I read this book, The Surrender Experiment. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. And it takes a long time to fully surrender. I'm still working it out. But you choose to surrender moment to moment, choice by choice, feeling into the flow, where the energy, where the excitement is taking you, and to take prompts from others and from the universe that feel loving and aligned. And you do that as much as you can, and that, I want to say that muscle gets stronger, but that's not right. That releasing gets stronger, that relaxing gets stronger, like yoga. That letting go gets easier and easier to do and breathe through. So a trusted friend and life coach, Emma Makepeace, called me out of the blue. We'd been doing our PhD together. And she said, start a freelance editing website. And she's just one of those people, I believe her. And so I did. I'm very skeptical. I don't like being told what to do, but I just heard her and I said, okay. And that taught me a lot. It taught me how to be an entrepreneur. It taught me that it's easy. I didn't have to do any marketing. I sent an email to my supervisor and said, I'm doing freelance editing. And then just through word of mouth, the work just kept flowing and coming and flowing and coming. I thought that I was going to set aside some money to buy some ads, that I might put up flyers around universities in my city. I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't get a chance to. I was so busy. So it taught me that I can work for myself. It taught me that energy flows when you're in alignment and you don't have to do anything. What's meant for you finds you. And then through that website, I found my maternal grandfather. He shared with me that he's a spiritual healer and clairvoyant, that he helps move spirits on to the other side. And through the information he gave me, I was able to find out who my real dad was. And I found an entire family I didn't know that I had. And that was the first time I won the lottery. And then through following my excitement and continuing to surrender into these things that were coming to me, I learned how to meditate. I learned how to hear my guides. I learned how to love myself better and better. And through those practices, I found my twin flame. And that was the second time I won the lottery. And through that process of ups and downs, I learned to surrender deeper and deeper and deeper. And he inspired me more and more, encouraged me. The whole reason I'm on YouTube at all in the last couple of years is because he told me to. I thought that I wanted to do that, thought that I wanted to share, but I thought, well, you know, who am I? What do I have to say? And without even asking the question out loud, he said, you need to share this with others. And I believed him. I did what he said. And that's connected me to so many souls. And it's become clearer and clearer to me that nothing we do is just us. everything I do is Luke as well, is my twin, working through me, anchoring me, grounding me in the space. The messages that come through me are from the collective, for the collective. It's all you. It's all you. And really everything I've done that I'm proud of, it hasn't been the output, it hasn't been the manifestation that's mine. My effort was saying yes to the call, and then everything else moved through me. Even thinking about writing my PhD, the process was struggling for years until eventually you just let go and let it come through. I didn't write that. And I'm not making this video now. And so maybe there'll be some people who hear the call or accept the call when somebody in a fancy car and mansion shows them what they created, and that's great. That's good too. You're allowed to have ambitions, you're allowed to have aspirations. But what I want for you runs so much deeper than that. And that is faith in yourself, which is really faith in God, which is really faith that heaven lives inside of you, and that you can let that out and let that radiate from you, let that beam from you. And all you have to do is let it. And you'll know that it is, because it'll feel so good. You'll feel so good, and I'm sure you felt that. And the more you feel that, the less willing you are to feel anything except that. If you're on the twin flame journey and you're getting triggered, or if you're in karmic relationships, or if the world just plain likes to throw you off your feet, just remember how good it feels to go, oh well, life is beautiful, God is great. And how quickly you get aligned, addicted, accustomed to that feeling of love and joy in your heart, above all the addictions to anger and resentment and sadness. Yeah, there's a muscle memory there, and it comes from our ancestors, our past lives, our lived experience, the collective. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to shake off. Breathe, stretch, forgive yourself and others. But it gets easier and easier and easier until someone's saying the worst things you could possibly imagine in your face in this angry way, and you're just laughing at the cosmic joke of it all. And you're like, okay, that's funny, and then continue on your way. And that's heaven. That's the real secret of all of this. We're not just calling in heaven, new earth from some other world, from some other realm. It's here. It's in you. It's in the grass. It's in the trees. It's in every cell of this planet, and it's ready to just unfold. It's here with you. And you just got to let it bloom. I don't know if this is a metaphor or a third eye opening, or just one of the boons of slowing down and really paying attention, but I see rainbows everywhere. I see them in my strands of hair, I see them in my eyelashes, I see them on leaves. I slow down and breathe, and I pay attention. And glistening off almost every surface is a rainbow of some kind. It's all here. It never wasn't here. And our job is to just come down and open our eyes. So thank you, collective. Thank you, God. Thank you, Luke. Thank you to my children. Thank you to everybody making this possible on every side of this game. Thank you for helping us remember. Thank you for helping us find what was always buried here. And thank you for helping us to understand that even as the earth herself is heaven lying in wait, waiting to be seen for what she is, so too are all of us pieces of heaven, angels, waiting to be seen for who we are. Let yourself be seen. See yourself. See yourself first. Thank you. With love. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Until we meet again, walk gently, breathe, and remember who you are.